and Blacklist is rocking one. A lot of crowd control and AoE damage. Hopefully they could outgun the sustain that comes in from this Minotaur.
Blacklist International really showing a lot of versatility, a lot of preparation coming into week number 4, especially facing a familiar foe that they have faced and they have dominated with a 2-0 in their last meeting.
Look at Edward.
Oh, he's fighting too early, my guy. It might just be too... Okay, he has regen.
Okay, these players are ready for blood. Now looking at the emblem, so we know that Nat's purpose for this game is going to be more on the sustain with the firmness, offensive of blood, and even a brave smite. Now for Edward, the play or the strategy this time around is the usual Benedetta Edward play, wherein he is all over the place, just clear the minion wave as fast as possible and zone out players from the back. So it's a very huge difference in terms of a function.
I'm excited to see whether this would impact the way RSG plays, considering how fast Edward plays this Benedetta. But looks like a 2v2 down bot lane. Not really gonna pull over here, but first blood ratios actually is very close. Looking at the numbers below, just a 2% difference for both squads here.
That was an ultra fast flying tackle coming in from Emma and evaded a potential death there from an aggressive Sensui as well as Renegade. But right now in 10 seconds, we're sure that something is about to happen as the first turtle will now respawn.
I'm excited to see whether or not there's going to...
But yeah, we could already see the enthusiasm of the crowd. So looking at the happening right now, so Iran is now at level 4. Same goes...
Oh! Almost a kill over there. Sorry, but looks like a turtle will be taken here by Blacklist. No way RSG could actually enter the vicinity. That's the first turtle going to the hands of Blacklist.
Now Haji went for the first blood. That's going to be Ira down, a heads-up play coming in from the KDA machine.
And because of that, that is an additional something percentage on the first blood ratio rate of Blacklist. Oh wait!
Now RSG Raiders, they want to answer right back, and it's going to be onto the KDA machine.
No way!
Penalty zone is there, but it's still going to catch up onto Haji. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade for this very ecstatic game.
And such a quick fight here in the mid lane. And quite early on, a lot of flickers, a lot of stuff already burned over there. But Edward was left to his own devices, which means he was able to get a bit of gold with the planings over there. Iran goes in.
Violet Requiem onto 2 members of Blacklist, but it's going to be Renji and Sensui. 2 bulky heroes. Now the Primal Wrath will be casted. And then now Blacklist sustained that ambush from RSG.
And that was a steal, by the way, for Aqua on the Lid of Wanderer. Anyway, for Blacklist International, what's really nice for the team is the possibility for them to do fast backups whenever there is an initiation for RSG. But for RSG, all they have to do is, again, the layering of the skills. So we saw the potential on that Minotaur, Guinevere type of combo. So this is going to be a slow-paced game. Probably around slow-paced 5 minutes, but yeah, 6 minutes on probably the most heavy team fight that we might see.
Yeah, but right now Sensui trying to look for a fight here, 4v3.
Violet Requiem once again, the layering of skills for RSG. There's too much to handle for Black. Now Haji forced to use that Minoan Fury. Now OM
no way!
able to get a kill and salvage that moment, but look at Irad!
He's still going in, and Haji wants revenge. Gonna go in for the double dash, and now Edward is there. Gonna look for the petrified play. Finds Irad.
Electo final blow, and the final words of Irad has now been spoken. Blacklist answering right back.
Now this is where we are saying we're in Edward's gonna be really fast, as expected of a Benedetta and even the emblem set that he has. Now RSG is at 1.1k gold lead. All they need to do is whenever there's an objective that they secured, they need to back away as much as possible because there is a possible threat from Blacklist International. So far, this is an evil ball game, but the things are to change with this turtle objective. Take note that the bottom lane turret has been destroyed by RSG.
Wow. That's a really fast siege coming in from RSG, and now they're going to pull the turtle on their side. 5 minutes in, we are seeing RSG control this objective quite early. Jungler's nowhere to be seen, but now they're going to show each other where they are. Looks like turtle will be the next big objective, but they're not really going all in.
Astral Echo is casted. Found out where Renegade and Haji is hiding. and now Turtle will be reset. And I actually agree with Chantel when she said that this was supposed to be a slow game. We've seen the lineups, they're supposed to be scaling, but Blacklist and RSG Raiders, they're in for the fight.
No,
They
when you
missed
say
each
when you say scaling, it's silent S.
Yes.
They just want Kalen. I hate myself. And RSG, they're gonna go for it.
Oh, but Irad shows love to Sensui with a violent right now, and now knockouts are coming in from both sides. Appraiser's Wrath is there. RSG gets the first kill, and now Black. Oh no, it was Blacklist actually.
Oh, petrified Nats!
Edward, petrified play once again onto Nats.
No!
Oh
my goodness.
But that means Blacklist secures this second turtle once again.
The heal from Light comes in clutch, just saving Nats over there in the last possible second. Blacklist still secures the second turtle of the game, but RSG holds a very minimal lead here. In fact, it's an even ball game.
Yep.
Blacklist International, what can they actually do? Why are they losing out in gold even if they already got the first two turtles?
Actually, during that time, on that team fight, it was actually Eman at the top lane trying to destroy Dirt against the Blacklist International. Somehow, it makes the level, or I mean, the gold gap minimum. As much as possible. So for RSG, as long as they are able to have trades on other lanes, then it's good for them. Now, speaking of trades, actually, speaking of Eman, 4.7k as compared to 4.2k of OHEB. So it's something that RSG has on the upper hand because later on it's going to be their arsenal against a slow-paced carry. So again, we've said for Blacklist International, they need to do that double laning already for OHEB because the damage per second at early game, it is definitely Eman's ball game, literally.
Yeah, and you could see RSG just biding their time here, making sure that Eman doesn't really get ganked by like 3 people on the side of Blacklist International. And it looks like they're going to be guarding Bruno as well. Renegade does find Light, but they don't go all in just yet.
The Astral Echo right on time. RSG knows where Blacklist is hiding. That's why Blacklist, they tried to stop their initiation, but look at Irad going right after Sensui. And now Edward onto Nats.
Could I just say that this is just a very intense 7-minute game?
It
because
is.
as if no one wants to do laning. They're ready for a 5v5 team fight. Earlier, the formation was like, okay, it's brawl time. Anyway, 4-4 for the score. And yes, it is an evil ball game. And it's all about crowd control. The story is which team has better skills to give on longer team fights?
You know, if it's longer team fights, I think the sustain coming in from Light would be really crucial for the side of the Raiders. And 8 minutes in, if you would describe this game, the best way to describe this is if you took the Brawl game and put it on this map, you put it on a 5v5 3-lane map, it look like this. It's going to look like 4 or 5 people chasing each other around, and another fight breaks out here in top lane.
Okay. Oh, RSG with Astral Echo. Now Irad onto Renegade. Is it going to be enough though? Renegade was able to back away. And now Haji caught up by 4 members of RSG. OHEB going right after Eman. No initiation still for both teams. But RSG still staying at the top lane. They really want this top lane turret.
You know, securing those turrets really is crucial for the side of RSG. But now Edward tanking a bit of damage here coming in from Irad. But that's the turret destroyed, and that's the objective that they wanted to take. So now they're leaving.
Next objective that both of our teams need is going to be the Lord. So 600 lead, not much of a factor here. So we will see later on the difference in terms of the marksman because Eman is now at 102. So with the Quantum Charge, actually they're using both Quantum Charge. It's just that for Eman, he uses a Purify. So whenever there is a nice setup play from the side of Blacklist International, once this is proc, it's going to be difficult for Eman.
Using the Electo final blow there to just clear the minions out as fast as possible because Lord is already being called here by Blacklist. And this is the first Lord of the game, RSG. They do have quite the items already to make sure that they could contest this. In fact, they also have vision and setup, so they have all the tools that they can use rather, they want to invade this one.
And with the prioritization of the items, actually for RSG, they went in for the Blade Armor instead of the Dominance Ice. So we have 2 players from Wait.
And now Irad steals the Lord away from Blacklist, and they still want to go right after the Agents. And now Nas, what a beautiful penalty zone. Filipino sniper! Agent is now! Look at Edward with a Petrify Electo final play. And now Renegade, the recipient of the damages coming in from Irad. 3 members down for Blacklist, and RSG still not stopping. But look at the Agent 0. Will he make a play here? Haji, KDA Machine,
can he actually do
Edward,
it?
MV3, they're losing OHEB. And then now Haji is done. Emon is gone in the picture.
Okay.
Will this be a wipeout? Aqua still wants Edward. This won't be a wipeout anymore because Sensui's up already, but Edward, he might just not survive this one! But an eye for an eye outplay! But still the kill! And a shutdown for Oheb. It's a 1-for-1 as the Lord marches topside.
Now Nats continuing to play with a penalty zone, but Sensui is there to taunt him down. Now Oheb, look at the damages coming in from the Shuriken. Will he be able to bring him down? Yes.
Oheb!
Oh, still alive!
Oheb is still alive.
Oheb is still alive because of
But
the
Aqua, look at Aqua.
Nice block coming in from Renegade, and now 3 lanes about to push in for the side of Blacklist. A long and extended team fight on the side of RSG. They find the Lord, they find the kills, and now they're up ahead by 2K.
You know what, for RSG Philippines, they need to maintain a composure, so it will start at around this time. So we could see that nice penalty zone from Nats. So Oheb was instantly gone on the map because of the blade armor, which I mentioned prior this team fight. And look at Light, almost low on life, does the healing for 4 players, but Edward and even Haji was forced to back away. So I gotta be looking for RSG. Again, it's all about composure for them if they really want to end this game, because there is damage already for Oheb and the rest of players of Blacklist. This is the overtime, overextension. They got the Lord.
Yeah.
They could have went in for other objectives.
They could have done that, but I guess both teams just want blood. This has been the trend for the entire game. Everybody sees a fight, they go for it. We rarely see a fight that doesn't break out. They usually just burn a lot of stuff and then they go all in. And I'm loving it. You know, I love a slugfest when I see one. Blacklist, RSG, just fight again and again. I love MPL Philippines. I love it so much.
That clash was really long. It's an understatement to say that that was long, because if you look at the instant replay, you would actually think that that was the in-game highlights of the post-game match.
Yeah.
It was
really long.
It was just one team fight.
that replay was definitely as long as it was an entire minute long. You know, that fight was incredibly action-packed for a wipeout. I mean, at this point, RSG is doing great in terms of calling the shots for fights, but they can't do this again and again if ever Blacklist does find a good engage. So Eman right now in a good spot, has a lot of damage. He's the guy to find if you're Blacklist.
You know what, for Blacklist International, I mean, for RSG, they need to do something against Edward, because every time Edward's there, there's a possibility for Blacklist International to actually disrupt the formation that they have. Now for RSG, Lion has been consistent on those motivation roars, even the positioning of Nats. It's okay as long as I don't get a kill. If I'm able to do a penalty zone against Oheb, then I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Look at the zone.
Oh, you're right on to Sensui, but Ashley went for Haji instead. Now Oheb, they want to try and secure Haji, but look at Edward going right after Eman. Will he be able to take him down?
He's gonna die!
I think he's gonna die! And now Haji with a beautiful counter-attack to bring down the jungler of RSG Raiders! And now RSG Light trying to tank up everything. That's gonna be 1-for-1, but RSG, they lost their retribution holder.
Oh no, no jungler for RSG means they cannot take this Lord. It might just be reset, but Blacklist, they're not gonna allow that advantage to just vanish. They're gonna pull the Lord for themselves, and they're gonna start this. Nats, it's up to him. It's up to Nats to find a good penalty zone or perhaps turn this around. But the question remains, can he?
Oh, Sensui secures that Lord. And now RSG, they want to go for the counterattack, but Renegade and Nats will fall down, and XP for a roamer, but Blacklist got the Lord.
Okay, that was a nice counterplay for Blacklist International, and the call to actually take that Lord. So even if Renegade is down, it's just a 19 seconds. So if ever the Lord responds, definitely Renegade is already up. Now for RSG, the struggle during that moment is again because of the nice zone from Renegade, and at the same time Edward finding where Eman is. So since the composition of RSG, they need Light to be in front. Somehow there's a struggle, because am I to defend or help Eman?
Yeah.
Or am I to set up a play for my teammates? So a battle of which and which.
There's a lot of questions, internal dialogue for RSG here. The priorities has to be set up quite well. Do we protect Eman or do we go for Oheb? Both question. Oheb does have the flicker, and not having the purify means he has to stay sharp. He has to make sure that he doesn't get crowd controlled the first time in the match. But RSG, they were going to be able to defend this, melt the Lord quite quickly, even if it is a Luminous Lord.
RSG right now, I do agree that they have the dilemma, but apart from that, I think they really need to control Irad when it comes to the overextensions, because there are a lot of overextension plays coming in from RSG. Although they were able to take down trades, but it's going to be a problem if you're going to lack another member in the Lord take.
Yeah, now Blacklist just dancing around with RSG here. No big objective to take, and that means they shouldn't take fights, you know? If ever they do, I cannot see a reason for it, apart from trying to take the turrets. A lot of low HP turrets here for the side of RSG, and just we were talking about it, one turret goes down. Let's look at the item build brought to you by FWD Life Insurance. What can we see here, Chantel? Is there anything that pops to your mind or just blows your mind away?
It's just a lot of respect for both gold winners, for both teams, because the two players are actually wearing built blade armor. So anyone, either Sensui or even Edward, could actually soak in the damage of the junglers. I mean, for the gold winners of RSG. Same goes with RSG. So one thing for RSG is that, again, Eman uses the Purify. So once Edward uses the Petrify, then anyone can literally jump. So it's gonna be a connection between Renegade and Oheb. I mean, Renegade and Edward, rather. Now for RSG, they just need Ako to slow down the players and have Blck do that Minowan's Fury.
Yeah, RSG right now, they are trailing by 1,000, but it doesn't really matter that much considering how close this game is. One good play could change this, and they've been constantly applying a lot of vision through the Astral Echo, and Edward just applying pressure, using the mobility of a Benedetta, just making sure to be able to chip down those turrets as fast as possible.
Wow.
And he would succeed in doing so.
That's the beauty of the Benedetta. He could do objectives, take down objectives, and at the same time be at the right place at the right time when it comes to taking down neutral objectives like this Lord.
Oh no, the Bruno might just be a spot here by
Edward,
yeah.
Edward, but they don't really go all in just yet. This might just be another long Lord dance here, unless, of course, somebody makes a crucial error, but still, nobody batting an eye on Edward down bottom lane.
Edward continuing to do his job, applying pressure on the bottom lane, but now Irad spots Sensui with a violent Requiem.
No!
Oheb continuing to deal damage, and now Renegade is now low. Look at Aqua, look at Oheb. Everyone's just free hitting. No time, but it's going to be Oheb. Filipino Sniper is now down, but the Lord is still up, and Blacklist gets that Lord!
Oh, wow, what a play coming in from Agent Zero. Going in for Mission Impossible. Blacklist International. That's how you know that they're staying calm under pressure, but the five-man squad of RSG immediately just melts down on that 16-minute Lord.
Okay, this is 20-second cooldown for Oheb before his...
They want to go for it! Light with a Minoan Fury, plus the penalty zone, plus the violent Requiem, and now the tower is down! RSG continuing to give everything that they got, and now Sensui is down, Oheb is down, RSG brings down the middle lane turret.
Man, if that Abrasus Wrath landed, that could have been a way different
Edward.
story, but Edward, he's still going in.
He has the
Eye
evo.
for an eye. Renegade's there.
And now Renegade with a Primal Wrath, but Haji wants to go for after Eman and brings him down. It's actually the Hitman, and now Haji sacrifices his life for the better good of the agents.
Oheb
is also down. Oheb is still alive, flexing his muscles.
Might be
Light
triple.
on the retreat. It might be a triple kill. He has the immortality though, but he's not going to be able to sustain the Filipino Sniper.
Killing spree for Oheb, and there's a big minion wave up top. It might just be a big push. Might just be an inhib for the side of Blacklist.
Okay, in terms of clearing of minion wave, not enough damage actually from RSG. They can actually
this
go for an
endable?
end.
It's just Nats. Nats is alone against 3 agents, and now as they bring down Nats, RSG will go down as well.
And this winning moment is brought to you by your official